Assalamu alaikum, welcome to 9 p.m. English News Edition at the Highlights. NAPD Victoria, the final of the 2023 Interregional Friendship Tournament in Delo. For international scene, over 2,400 die on imminent humanitarian crisis in Haiti, torn by gang violence. Those are the headlines and welcome to the national news. In Tanzania, in the Azam of Complex Stadium, the team of Djibouti Arta Solar 7 beat the team of Horses Somalia by server score of 3-4 first meeting for the pre-qualification for the KV Qualification Cup. The match took place this afternoon around 5 p.m. and the opener for Arta Solar was the work of Yakuba followed by the double of Alan Torre Bravo. It is a huge victory for the team Arta Solar who will play the return match on August 24, 2023 next. Tomorrow there is another meeting between the team of Djibouti Access Telecom and the Tanzanian team. The interregional friendship tournament came to a climatic close on Friday, August 2023, with several finals in the various disciplines on the program. So the Idolo tournament, this 11th edition, was organized by the NGO Eva Dalu in close collaboration with the Ministry of Youth and Culture. An important ceremony presided the final, which pitted the Idolu team against the Oboha team, arriving in the site of the Soza final between Adelo and Obo. The delegation led by the Minister of Youth and Culture was welcomed by the President of the NGO, Eva Ahmed Ali Hamad, the Honorable Member of Parliament for the region, Abdullah Rufa, the President of the Obo Region Council, Mohammed Ismail, the Deputy Prefect of the Ikele Juris Hussein Abbas, several high officials, sages, and notably from Tojura and Adelo, and guests at this beautiful colorful ceremony. The final took place in festive atmosphere with a massive growth of supporters assuring on the two teams. A moment of celebration and friendliness with a positive result in favor of the Adelo team won the final on penalty by a score of 5-4. So, in his speech, the Prefect of Tajora said that the tournament's flagship discipline was, of course, Soza, which arose the enthusiasm of the interpopulation of the Delo Sub Prefecture and the surrounding area. And the Minister of Culture congratulated the organizers of the regional friendship tournament came as well a moment of suspension and prisoners, which a positive result in favor of the team who won the final and penalty by score of 5-4. And now the district of Adelo also witnessed the final of other support that were And on the list of this tournament sport that included volleyball, sprinting, or a 100-meter race, the region competing in this tournament represented their best players at every stage to raise their color high. In sprinting, Al-Sabi won the first place, while the art region won the second and the third place. Race 100, the Dikil region won the first place, and the art region won the second and third place. The share of the Obo region with regard to Volpola, Adelo district, won the first place, and Al-Sabi governorate won the second place. This boyhood represented an important opportunity to discover the talents of young people from entire region. The association from the promotion of tourism and social development in the village of Daspio in cooperation with the Community Development Center organized this Friday afternoon on the 18th of August, the closing ceremony of the summer football tournament that was held between the region team. The final match of the summer tournament took place in this view in a calm and cheerful atmosphere. The president of the regional football league, Al Sebi, Mr. Jabril Omar Ahosh, and the president of the association participated in this closing ceremony. He played in the final match for the local team of Dasvio and team of the Community Development Center. The local Dasvio team beat its counterpart, the Community Development Center team in Dasvio, to win the summer championship for the 2023 edition. The aim of its tournament was to strengthen the bonds of a brotherhood and mutual friendship and to develop youth during this period of holidays and scholastic. At the end of the game, the winners and all those who participated and distinguished this tournament received valuable prizes from the official. In his statement, the head of the Tourism and Sport Development in the dispute, thanked the Minister of Youth and Culture, Dr. Hibo Mumin Asowe, for her support, the constant for the youth of the region, and he assured that he will always be with the youth. And now the Galilee where the activity at the border crossing are an important which is marked by by the continuous basis of trucks and passenger cars. Border police and immigration officers ensure it happens and flow in spirit of the long gaze from earlier morning until light. The Galilee Border Center is located in a building that houses various administrative departments and work on preferred coordination between immigration and police border as well as customer services. In this regard, each meeting and section is organized in order to improve coordination and carry out work in a serious way without any problem obstruction of daily activities. As a result, security remains of a priority which a special attention given to combating smuggling and illegal products. In this context, the customer authority work closely and jointly to maintain the national economic. In addition, public health is also given importance. Quarantine unit has been set up by the National Institute of Health to accurately monitor the health status of travelers. Vaccination cards are checked, especially for diseases such as yellow fever, and preventive measures are applied to prevent spread of the disease. It should be noted that the Galilee border must continue to be a strategic point where commerce, security, and health come together for national welfare. The ongoing effort of the police, constables, and National Institute of Public Health are helping to maintain the defensive of this crossing dynamic frontier. Extensive renovation work are under way on the highway linking the Dubale Sabe district with Ali Sabe district. This road, which was badly damaged in recent times, seems to be functioning today. Road restoration work carried out with the aim of providing safe way for cars and people. The restoration work that was carried out also aimed in part to avoid any consequences that users may face, in addition to saving small message for users and good mobility for local. The renewal of this section of the highway, which is one of the most important corridor of Djibouti and Ethiopia, is of the utmost importance to enhance road and transport in the country. This road will play a fundamental role in regional economy integration for the first time. The responsibility for the restoration work was entrusted to a Jewish company specialized in construction and equipped with skills required to work according to the current international standard. This approach reflects a commitment to quality regeneration and contributes to the sustainable development of the country's road infrastructure. For the officially, the ongoing renovation work on the site that connected the Dudabale with Ali Sabi, which is essentially a link of Malmer, Djibouti, and Ethiopia, and this is very important as it's aimed to provide a safe and secure corridor for users. This part of the highway is very important as it's used a lot, which makes transportation important. The work is progressing well and should be completed within the next 3 months. The local contractor in charge of road restoration work expressed his gratitude for the tries given to the national companies, highlighted on the effective progress and confirmed the full commitment to a professional standard in the process of the renewal of this way. The Chief of the General and Army Forces, Lieutenant General Secretary Sheikh Ibrahim, made an important visit to the park and camps that been renovated and will soon host the training of the Commando Battalion of the Djiboutian Army. This visit came after the successful training that 147 trainees of the Djiboutian Army received in Morocco within the form of the initiative that reflects a strategic vision of a Supreme Commander of the Armed Forces, His Excellency the President of the Republic, Mr. Ismail Gheli. The project of equipment that came in nearing completion, which reflected the determination of the Djiboutian Army to obtain modern and powerful facilities. This is an important step forward in improving the national defense capability. This visit of the Chief of General Staff of the Armed Forces is of a great importance to new Commando unite within the framework of the defense strategy Djiboutian Army. In preparation of the incoming opening of the park and the training of the Commando Battalion, the Djibouti Army remain committed to continuously enhancing its capability to meet the country's security needs.
odayada gaboobiyo ubadkiyo haweenkiyo oryugu maseexeen ifka intaan ku noolahay waan ku ilanaynaa kugu uur qabowna ku ammaananaynaa intaan ku noolahay waan ku ilanaynaa kugu uur qabowna ku ammaananaynaa
ma ogtahay ilwaadi markiiaan askari gala arligaynu leenahay eba ugu dhaartoon ogada xilsaaray
So Egyptian runners will participate in the game that starts on Saturday, the 19th edition of the championship, the World Athletic Championship, which will be held in the Hungarian capital, Budapest, and will continue until August 27 with the participation of 2,000 male and female athletes representing all continents of the world. The most prominent Egyptian athletes including Muhammad Ismail Fatah, Ibrahim and Hassan. The Budapest 2023 edition will be held 1 year after the last edition. American and considered with 4 decades have passed since the World Athletic Championship were held after they were launched for the first time in Finland in 1983. The current version also presented in Paris 2024 Olympic Game, in which athletes count for the most one of the most colorful medals among all games. The World Athletic Championship will be held for the 12th time in Europe, compared to the 2 editions in Japan and one in which from Qatar, China, the United States, South Korea, and Canada. In effort to preserve the general health of customers and protect them from disease and health risks related to food, the laboratory launched National Food Analyzer and a large-scale control inspection campaign targeting mineral water production, plant shops, and store domestic business. In this context, the team directed the inspection campaign, which is being implemented by observers from the mobile detachment of the laboratory in cooperation with the local authority and members of the National Gendarmerie Unit. He heads to the Tujural region. The team of inspectors touring various points of sale of food staves and shops, including food and commodity store customers. During this site visit, inspectors procedure regarding the expiration date in accordance with the applicable health circulation. In such a case, making sure all food products are not expired and unfit for human consumption, as well as evaluating the operation procedure used for the water production. It should be noted that the monitoring of water quality in factories is of great importance at the help to ensure. Within the framework of implementing a project and supporting the involvement of civil society in the local development process funded by the United Agency for International Development. Last Tuesday, Kenyan campaign organized an event dedicated to the conclusion of series of strategic training courses in the Dikil area. This event, which took place in the Dikil region, follows the example of the 5 entire region of the country. It lasted for 3 weeks. Intensive training course aimed at enhancing the skills of veteran association in order to participate in this innovative project to master management, financially critical communication strategy, law strategy planning, advancing monitoring and evaluation technique, and the art of mobilization, effective resource management, complexity, and human resource management. During this period, the participation had unique opportunity to acquire basic skills. The goal was to develop the organizational and structural capability of civil society association, hence cooperation between and authority government in order to reach sustainable local development. In a speech, Mr. Hassan Abdi Roble, the governor of the region, and he said that association that participate in the course to use this strategy in reality all the skills they have acquired and set an example for the income of other association. They did not participate in the training. And for the regional scene, Egyptian tourism achieved a record number of arrivals during the first half of this year. 7 million tourists flocked to Egypt during the first 6 months of this year, a record number achieved by Egyptian tourism for the first time in the history to share a new phase of recovery and the increase the visitor generated $10.7 million for the North African country, increase of 121%. Summer Adel Ersujo Al Rahma an academy, the share decline in the exchange rate of Egyptian pound against a foreign currency, as well as the economic recovery in development country following the Russian-Ukraine crisis and COVID-19, helped to give the momentum of tourism. On for the international scene, despite the many promises made by the Taliban who returned to the power 2 years ago, Afghanistan remained present to the humanitarian crisis, according to the Kremlin president and speaker of the Asian countries. The situation seems to be causing a structural crisis within movement, split between two who attend the maintain firm line and those who favor compromise of with foreigners. That's it for this edition. Thanks for your attention and a wonderful evening.